Hello，大家好久不见。我今天想跟你们讨论一个非常重要的话题，就是怎么面临冒充者综合征。因为这个话题是比较抽象的，我就会用英文就是说明一下我的想法，好不好？Okay. Wow, I've actually never done a vlog here on 小红书 in English before, but I'm gonna try this. It seems very unnatural for me to speak English to my phone and shoot a video, but I'll try my best, okay? I feel like as artists, as someone who's a musician, it's very hard to present the difficult elements of the profession and the difficult elements of my life, because as artists I think we're expected to put our best face forward at all times and protect 就是我们的面子. Like very much that's something that's important. You want to make it look like you're very successful. You want to make it look like you're constantly being invited to perform all over the world and you're winning auditions everywhere. But the truth is, even the most successful artists will tell you, if in a private conversation, that throughout their career, over the course of their career, they faced 10 times more failures and difficulties than the successes that they've achieved. I've experienced that personally, and I think that it's something that more artists need to talk about, because if you're young in your career and all you see is other people succeeding, it feels difficult to face failure, because you go, oh, I'm the only person who's failing. I'm the only person who didn't win this audition. When the truth is, there are 40 people at the audition and only one person won. So 39 people went home feeling like a loser. So why am I talking about this? This year has been a very difficult year for me. I made the decision to leave Sichuan Jiaoshan Yuetuan because I wanted to continue to grow as an artist. I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to continue to take auditions to see how I compare to other musicians. From the time I went to university, actually from before then, from the time I started playing violin and viola until now, I've always had a sense of imposter syndrome. I've always felt like I wasn't as good as the people around me. My qualifications weren't as good. My background wasn't as good. And so I always, even today, feel like I don't deserve to be where I am. So since I left Chanjiao, I've been going around taking auditions to some success. I had some success in Hungary at the very beginning, but I also took auditions in Sydney, where I got to the final round and then lost, which hurts a lot because you get very close to succeeding and then you don't quite succeed. That's difficult. And I went to Detroit, where I also made it to the final round, and again did not pass. I was beaten by one person and there were only 3 of us, so that's always very difficult. And this week, I auditioned with the Tokyo Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra. And I'll be honest with you, it was the worst audition I've ever had in my entire life. I played so badly, which is so discouraging, because it's like I've put all this work in, I've been taking these auditions, and all of a sudden I have a terrible audition. Like, that really damages my self-esteem, and it makes me feel like, oh, I'm not a good violist, and I'm never going to succeed. So that imposter syndrome, even though I've been, getting to the final round at some of these good orchestras, it still exists. So my question is, how do you address imposter syndrome? Like, how do you address it and continue on in your career? That's a very important question. I'm still working on this. I don't have a direct answer. I'll tell you what I'm doing. As it stands, I still have several auditions to go. I'm contemplating whether or not to go back to graduate school, because I have some offers there, because I want to be an excellent violist. But for me, I think when you face imposter syndrome, when you face an epic failure like this, you have to remind yourself to go back to basics. And remember that you don't do this because you want people to think you're a great violist. You do this because you want to be a good violist. Just because you had one bad audition doesn't mean that all the work you've done over your lifetime has been in vain, or that you're a bad violist. I've played beautifully. Sometimes I play wonderfully, sometimes I don't play very wonderfully. But at the end of the day, I have to remember that I do this because I love it, and because I want people to hear my music, and I want to give the world this kind of beauty. So, I don't know. If you're a young artist out there and you're taking auditions like me, tell me how you feel in the comments. And also, just share with me how you kind of get out of a slump when you feel like you aren't playing very well and you kind of have gotten inside your own head a little bit. I'd love to hear, because I kind of need encouragement. I feel very discouraged right now. But I'm going to continue to practice. I'm going to continue, 就是我会继续付出努力. And hopefully I'll get past this and I'll get to a point in my career where I can feel secure as a musician. But that's all for now. I thank you guys for your support, and I thank you for listening to this. If you've watched this entire video, I greatly appreciate it. Keep following me on my journey. I'll certainly keep sharing what I'm up to and where I am and all those sorts of things. So thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.